Good morning. How are you all doing today? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday, everyone. All right, I just wanted to come in. I'm about to see my doctor, but I have 30 minutes before I see him. So I'm waiting, and I just wanted to come and share just some of the stuff that's going on in the world, and then what just happened when I was in my Uber. This Mercury Retrograde, you guys, is fucking brutal. How are you guys dealing with it? Like, I have incredible practices in place to support myself through these kinds of things, but this Mercury Retrograde is not fucking around. It is wreaking havoc in our relationship sector. It's in the places where we have given our power to. This Mercury Retrograde is forcing us to realize that there really isn't anything outside of you. So whatever you're holding on to, that's an external idea of power with anybody else, that shit is catching on fire fast. It's done, right? Which is why the queen is dead, or all that sort of stuff. But anyway, I had this experience just now in the Uber, which was incredible. I called an Uber, and I do this ritual with myself where I take black Ubers. And black, for those of you guys, I'm in Los Angeles. Black Uber just means that a black car is going to come and get you. A luxury black car is going to come and pick you up. So it's significantly more money, and I will use that I will do money rituals to expand my capacity so that I can receive more. But the thing about the universe is, if you're going to expand your capacity, you have to create the container. The universe, we think things happen externally, but it happens internally. So this morning I was like, I don't know if I can take a black Uber, because my energy was feeling very vulnerable, and I was like, it's gonna feel like it's too much money. But then when I went and looked at it, it was not, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. So the guy who came and got me in the Uber, he picked me up in a black Mercedes, and then we go pick up my son, and after we pick up my son, we take him to school, and then he brings me back home. But today he brought me to my doctor. And when we were in the car driving, he said to me, when I got in the car, he said, oh, one time he was Russian, and he was 36 years old. So he had a very thick Russian accent, and he's only been in America for 3 years, so it's very thick. So he said, I picked you up before, and no, he didn't say. He said, one time I dropped Instacart off for you. I dropped food off for you, and now I'm picking you up. And I went, oh, okay, thank you. And that was it. And I get in the car. And then he drives us, literally, we're in the car for like an hour and a half, driving all around the city to pick my son up, to take my son to school, like an hour and a half in the car. And so as we drop my son off, and he comes to drop me off, he says to me, he said, the time that I dropped off Instacart for you, I dropped off a case of these waters. I had my water. He said, that water you're drinking, I dropped you off a case of it. And when I gave it to you, something was broken. And I offered to give you the money to pay for it. Because I didn't want, I broken it. So I offered to pay you the money. He said, and you're the first person that ever refused to take the money. You're the first person that ever refused to take the money. And he was just so grateful. And he had shared with me earlier that he's only been here for 3.5 years, that he has spent time, that he had one time when he had 5 days with no food because he didn't have any money. He said he was in New York and he just had to figure it out. And I was so moved by his fortitude and his devotion. And he's like, America is better, and I love it. And I was in awe of that, because we're creating our story wherever we are. We're creating our story wherever the fuck we are, you guys. And him talking to me this morning about his experience in America and his love for America and his ability, like he's come here and now he's driving Uber, a black Uber, and he's making money, and And he's like, really, he's giving himself permission to excavate his energy and make something of it. He is pushing himself out of his comfort zone, and he has starved, he has fought, he has and he's devoted, and it's just powerful. And then when he said to me, I met you before and you were the one that didn't take the money. When I had broken your things, you did not take the money. When I offered you the money, you said no. And he was just like, wow. He's like, everybody would take the money and I didn't have any money, but you didn't take it. And I'm so like, you just don't know how you're impacting people. You don't know. You don't know who people are. You don't know what you're doing. You don't know the impact you're going to have on them. You don't know. I had no idea. I remember when he was shuffling around the bags, and he was so afraid. I could feel that he was afraid. And I remember telling him, this is not a big deal. Like, it's okay. It's okay. It's not. And I didn't know that he was only 2 years here from Russia. But I just knew that whatever calamity he had going on, it wasn't worth a $10 bottle of juice. It was not worth it. And I was not going to enforce that, because I just didn't find the value in it. So I was just like, no, it's okay. Go. I got it. It's fine. And thank you. And thank you for doing the work you do. And so I wanted to share today because it's a Mercury day, and Mercury is our perception, and it's our language. It's what we communicate, and it's at the core, it's our frequency. It really is just what you're putting out, no matter what you're saying, no matter what you're doing. And today, Mercury is at the 7th degree of Libra, and the 7th degree is the degree of generosity. And that generosity that I extended to him is extended to me so much by people all around. And so when we experience generosity, it's something that we want to pass on, but it's also, we want to be generous with ourselves. We want to be loving with ourselves. And it's just important that we know that what we're doing is impacting everybody else. It is, y'all. We are not doing anything in a vacuum. This is amazing to me. When I got in that car today, I had no idea who was going to pick me up. I had already made a decision that I wasn't going to be able to afford to take a black car. I like to take black cars because there's a level of service that they offer that I need as I'm hustling around the city. You know what I mean? Like, I need there to be, like, they're opening doors, and I need to relax. I need to be at peace, right? So I take the black car for that. I know when they come, the car is going to be clean. They're going to function in a certain way. I need that, right? So today I was like, I don't know if I can take the black car. And then when I looked in, I was like, okay, I'm going to do it anyway. And then I get this man who had delivered water to me before, and we had this exchange that I didn't know, and the generosity, then he gave it back. Like, and it was a year ago. That's another thing. He was like, it was a year ago that I came to your house and dropped off that water. And now I'm here with you again a year later. And it's so, all I'm saying is that there is always reciprocity. This stuff is everything you're doing. If you do it with intention, if you live your entire life with intention, even the bad shit will turn into blessings. If you live your life with the intention to be a space for God to have its way, the Creator to have its way, you don't need a go-between. But if you live your space, and if you live in your mind with the intention for spirit to have its way, you will not know what you're doing. You won't know who you're impacting. You won't know, and you won't know how it's going to come back. But it always is. It always is. And so I just am so blessed today. So I want you guys, this Mercury retrograde energy, I want you to extend generosity today. From your heart though, right? Extend generosity. And I want you to pray that you will experience the overflow of your own kindness and your own love and joy, that it will come back to you, that the evidence of what you put out, the evidence of the generosity that you put out will come back to you. Ask for it and watch it all work out. Everything works out for me always, for us all. I love this. That's right. That's right. So, all right, you all. The 7th degree, generosity. The next moon cycle starts on the 17th. Today is, today is the 14th. The next moon cycle starts on the 17th. And we're going to be doing the work to recode our relationship energy. This is so important. I want you guys to know that the moon work, the fact that you guys are not all in it is bullshit. Everybody needs to be in the moon work. Everyone needs to be in the moon work. Every single person needs to be in the moon work. Should be, gets to be. And here's why. Because every month we get an opportunity to recode a particular area of our lives, depending on where the sun is, every month. And you only get this once a year. You only get the Libra sun once a year. And every time I do readings, all everybody talks about is relationships. But y'all not doing the work to make your relationships great from the inside out. Y'all not doing it. Y'all not. Because everybody thinks the relationship is external. But you're not doing the work to really create the codes for you to be able to have the relationship that you desire based upon the way you're relating with yourself. Based upon how you relate to yourself. That's how every relationship you have is based upon the one relationship that you have that matters. The one with yourself. The way you talk to yourself, the way you think about yourself, the way you feel about yourself, all of it. And you cannot get better than how you are being with yourself. No one can love you, see you, hold you higher than you hold yourself. And if you don't cultivate that relationship with yourself and the divine, you'll never have the love that you desire because it can't come from external. It's not an external thing. So the class starts on the 17th. We are going in this month and next month because next month is Scorpio. Sex, right? Everybody gives a fuck about love and sex. So come and join the class. If you stay for 2 months, you're going to spend $220 and your life is going to be changed because I'm the best at what I fucking do. What I do is pure magic. And if you stay, and you will experience it. But you have to experience it. You have to come in, and because it's an experiential thing. It's not, I don't know what all these other people are teaching. I really don't know, because the world is the way it is. But I'm here to teach people how to really live from the inside out. How to live from the inside out and experience the evidence of your magic. That's what I'm here to teach people. And it's a very unique thing that, like I said, I know one other person that teaches it. One. And I learned from them, and I have up-leveled it to such a degree that it's not even what they taught me, because that's what I do. I just make everything better. All right, you all. The moon today is, where is the moon? I don't even know. Gosh, I don't even know. We just had a full moon in Pisces. Oh, the moon is in Taurus. The moon is in Taurus. The moon is in Taurus. So the energy today with the moon in Taurus is beautiful. So really, it's really the ways you relate to yourself, the ways that you are relating to yourself and loving yourself. Just boost your self-love practices, your self-love and self-care practices. Really boost them and simplify them at the same time. You can do very simple things for your self-love, right? Like massaging your hands, right? Isn't that, it's just, sometimes I just close my eyes and massage my hands. I love hand massages and feet massages. I think they are, because I'm a Pisces rising, and Pisces rules the feet, and I'm a Gemini moon, and Gemini rules the hands. And so I just love that Pisces Gemini energy. So I massage me, but it's about the self-love. It really is. This morning I was just standing in the mirror looking at myself, and it's really hard to take yourself, for me, it's hard to take myself in without judging and, oh, you need this, you need to lose weight. But it's like, can you just take yourself in? Because if I can't take myself in as I am, how could I expect somebody else to do it? If I can't look at myself with eyes of love and acceptance and awe, how can I expect another to do what I won't do for myself? If I can't understand that I am made in the image and likeness of God, that I am filled with the beauty of the universe, if I can't do it, how could I expect someone else to do it? If I don't understand that what I'm doing and who I'm being is necessary and valuable and worthy of all the good that there is, if I can't do it, how can I expect someone else to do it? This is the work of this coming class that we have coming for the moon in Libra. So I encourage you guys, if you're looking for something outside of you, if you feel like you're missing something and you think it's supposed to come from external, come join the class so we can fix that shit. Bye.